this is what I wanted when I went for an EEG. I am on day 1. I am doing a 72-hour EEG. Thankfully, I get to come home. So I will add in photos and videos of what like the process is and the steps, and I'll do like a little voiceover. Things to know beforehand is you need to wash your hair, I would say the night before, and then maybe the morning of shower, because you are not able to shower or get the cords wet within the 72 hours. So wash your hair, don't add conditioner, do not add any product, let it dry naturally, because they will be adding these electrodes on different parts of your head, and I didn't know what to expect, so I was like, oh my gosh, what if they shave my head? So I was like preparing for the worst, I guess. Go with very loose clothing, because they will also do an EKG monitor on you. This is the bag that they have given me. This is the mechanism. You see that it has the time and all of the wires, and the wires come out through this little sock-like thing and up the back of my head. This is my technician, Jocelyn. Right now she is mapping. We did get consent to record and take pictures. She is just kind of explaining the process to me, getting me comfortable. They will ask you if you want a blanket, they will ask you about anything, and then they will let you know the procedure before they do it. So she was mapping, and now she is going to put the electrodes on. She uses a cleaning solution, which is what she's rubbing on right now. And then after the cleaning solution, she puts the electrode and covers it with like a mesh and some glue. Right now she is drying it. This might look like it hurts, but it absolutely does not. It's nothing to be scared of. And they will repeat this process over and over until you are full of electrodes. You can stop anytime and take a break between this process, because it does take about an hour and a half. And I will let you know that the glue does smell pretty potent. It kind of smells like when you're getting your nails done. At this moment, I'm asking like how we carry this around, and she shows me the bag, and the box right there by my head is where all the electrodes are connected to. After the electrodes are connected, then they will put the like heart monitor on you very last. Another thing they may or may not tell you is to bring a scarf, not an infinity scarf, and not something super thick, because it's going to be going over your head. So because you are going to be wearing these for a few days, and so I fold my scarf in half, and I do it like this. See in the back? I cross it and I pull it through like that, and then I just tie like a little bow on top. You can do it however you want. You can do like a regular like veil tie, or I just wanted something very simple. You could still see my electrodes, and I'm perfectly okay with that, because you also see this bag and all the wires I have, plus my messy hair. I had a wonderful technician, and she did braid my hair, and I took it down. But yeah, you could totally leave it braided, or you could have somebody else in your family like fix it up for you. So this is how I would leave the house. And yeah, that is what to expect. I will check in day 2, day 3, and day 4 and kind of let you know how things go. Is they give you a log, and you have to log anytime you eat or change activities. So that's super important. I keep it in my pouch in my bag. So I haven't taken this off, and I am going to go to bed. So I think what I will do is take it off, and then I'm already tangled up here. Oh, it's zip tied right here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna sleep with it here under my pillow, because I don't really like toss and turn. but I feel more comfortable sleeping, having it right here against my like headboard and under my pillow, because I just kind of sleep like on my side and on my back. Okay, we're on day 2. I wanted to give a sleeping update. My electrodes are good, and honestly, I didn't really have a problem sleeping with these on. I didn't sleep with a scarf or anything around my head. I would, just being honest here, let you know if you're having this that I was like hyper aware of it during the nighttime while I was sleeping, so I would like kind of wake up and then make sure that my bag was under my pillow and against the wall, but it didn't really affect my sleep at all. So today is day 3. I'm going to get a battery change, and I think they'll check all my wires. I did have one of the electrodes came off, but in the paperwork they gave me, they said that's absolutely fine. There's plenty of other ones, and probably today they will reattach that. I slept great. I didn't wake up at all. I didn't have any issues like moving around. The only thing I say is like, if you are a heavy sleeper and then you get up to use the bathroom in the middle of the night, you will have to remember to take this bag with you, or else you'll be like, oh. So I am registered, and this should be a really quick process. Check in with you. I'm home from the hospital. They did reconnect this electrode. Baba! I would also like to add that I have an 1.5-hour drive to the hospital, and I was there Monday, today, and I am going back tomorrow, so that will be fun. Yeah, so they reconnected this, they changed the battery, and thankfully they did, because by the time I got to the hospital, it was at less than 11%, and it was beeping like every 10 minutes. I also turned in my log and got a new one for my activities, and yeah, I'll check in with y'all tomorrow.
Wait, I want to say bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, we are at day 4. My hair is completely unruly, and because I have electrodes all over the back, I can't brush it or do anything. So I actually tied a ribbon around everything. And I know I said in like the beginning of this video, don't do an infinity scarf, but the scarf that I had didn't match what I was wearing today, so I did a more muted color. And I have an infinity scarf, so what I'm going to do is put it like this, and I'll pull one end through like that, and I think Boba always tries to be a part of the videos. And I think I'll just like tuck it back here. So I was wrong. You can do an infinity scarf. It's just a little more bulky, but I mean, that's okay. So today I am driving down and getting my electrodes taken off. So I will check in with you after.
Along, and then then is there something they can do if it is something that's from the neck? I guess you'll see after these results, and then go from there.
And they've done, So I am home from the hospital, and what they did was used an oil-based solvent to release the glue and kind of like slide the electrodes off. I will say that I have a pretty bad reaction to the glue that they used and some of the tape that they use like for the EKG. I have severely sensitive skin, and this is probably not gonna happen to most people. The lady was like, wow, this is awful, and I'm so sorry. So this doesn't usually happen, I don't think. So I'm going to shower and get myself like together, because I haven't been able to shower since Monday morning. So I'm going to shower, and then at the end of this video, now that like the whole, like this is the process, I will explain what's going on with me and why I had to get a 72-hour EEG. And if you want to hang around, you totally can. If not, I really hope that this helps you, because I really had no resources when I was told I had to have an EEG. Also, Shallon wants to say something.
Don't forget to go to my vlog.
Shallon has a YouTube channel. It's Life is Linny, and I will add it into this video. Here is the last of the video. As you can see, my head is kind of getting better. I've really just been putting witch hazel on it, and then last night I tried hydrocortisone cream. And it seemed like it kind of dried it up. I only did makeup from here down today, and I'll be going out, so I am wearing a hat to cover this up. So the reason why I had to get an EEG is because within like the past month, I have been passing out and losing consciousness for between like 10 and 30 seconds. And then it was taking me like 5, 10, 7 minutes after that like pass out episode to become like coherent enough to move and talk. So it's kind of like a mystery of what's going on with me. I will say that I have a pretty lengthy health history. I have a few different autoimmune diseases. I have, it's a lot. I have a lot of stuff. So last October, I've had like severe pain in my neck. I deal with chronic pain on a daily basis, and not too long ago I went to get an x-ray on it, and I have something called military neck, which is where my neck is actually completely straight instead of has like a natural curve, and that is because I have like the muscles and everything around my bones are so tight that they're in constant spasm, and that is kind of like causes the pain. So I had the x-ray, and then they sent me for an MRI, because not only do I have severe neck pain, but if I look right or left too long, I start passing out. Like I start seeing stars, and that has been, from what I can remember, going on for about like a year. So it's very difficult for me to drive, especially because when I look behind me, I start feeling like fuzzy, and the sensation is like when you stand up too fast and you kind of get that like fuzzy kind of like black spot feeling. That's what's happening every time I turn my neck. And like examples that I can use is when I'm driving and I turn my neck to look behind me to see if there's a car or to get into another lane, it starts happening. And for example, if I try to like shave my armpits, like holding my arm up and then looking to the side too long will cause me that to happen. So I just kind of have like stop in my tracks for it to, kind of get back to where I can see normal. I have a lot of vision problems too. But the reason why I was sent for the 72-hour EEG is because about a month ago now, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm either gonna like throw up or have diarrhea. And I know that that's like a lot to share, but that's how I felt. And so I was like sitting in the bathroom, and it was like 11:30, and I go to bed early, so for me that's like the middle of the night. So I'm sitting on the toilet and I'm like sweating profusely, and I'm super dizzy where I can't even like open my eyes without like the whole world spinning. And so I called Diego in there with me, and I'm like, you're gonna have to take me to the hospital. I don't know what's going on. And then I remembered my daughter was here alone, and we couldn't leave her here alone. So I was like, call an ambulance. So he did. I had passed out after getting up from the toilet, and he had carried me in here. And stop yelling, Nick. Boba's acting up.
And so the ambulance came, they took me to the hospital, and they couldn't really find anything of why I passed out, or they did lab work and everything, and it was all pretty normal. So they kind of sent me on my way. And that week that it happened, every single day I lost consciousness randomly. And one day it happened twice, like back to back. And after that day, I had like a stutter all day. I could barely talk. I could barely get words out, and it was very difficult for me. And so by the end of the week, I called my neurologist, who I've already seen, who has already sent me for testing. And I told him what was going on, and he was like, I'm going to order this 72-hour EEG. And so they're trying to see if I'm maybe having like little seizures, or this might be like a cause of like a stroke. And they measured my brain waves for 72 hours, and so I should have the results soon. So thank you guys for coming along with me. I know that this is a very, very long video, and I'm sorry. I tried to make it like short and sweet, but it is a lot. It's a lot of information, and yeah, take care.